Hello and a good evening to you, lovely people. Hey, it's Thursday night, so it's Auntie Yaa'S reading Nook, and today I call it better late than never because I usually come on at 6:30, but I did not work today. Today was a National Day of Truth and Reconciliation because of the children who died in the residential school. So I've been home, praying and all that. But it's interesting, some of the things that I talk about happened today. You see, you have a day off and the day is not your own. So I kind of realized that, I needed to cook some food. And then in trying to cook the food, well, there's no tomatoes. So off I ran to go get tomatoes to come and cook. So what I'm saying is the cooking that I started at 1 something, I didn't finish till about 5 something. And then I had a ladies Bible studies to go to on Clubhouse, which was my first time. It was very interesting, very delightful. And I finished and I did another video. And then I thought, you know what? I was going to let it go, but I still feel that I had to come. So I came. But this is where I mean that when you're a woman, there's so many things that demand your time. So technically, I'm off work today, but I haven't done up until when I went into the, what do you call it? Up until when I went into my Bible studies, the whole day from 9 till about 5, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. And yet there are things that I need to do. So is that sacrifice? So if you're a woman and you're not feeling motivated or not pushing, you'll be sitting there just thinking of home stuff, home stuff, home stuff, and you'll set aside time to fulfill your priorities. So it's been an interesting day, but I thought I should just come on anyway and let's read and have some fun together. Ajua, no, it's that's what I was just explaining. I've been home all day, but it's been quite busy and I didn't want to just cancel, and something pushed me. I felt it in my spirit that I needed to come, so I'm just coming. Oh, you are? Oh, no. Okay. I'm reading from the Modest Woman, page 104, but what I'll do is I'm just going to read. I won't read through. I'll take it paragraph by paragraph and just discuss. So it's from the book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. But before we go on to, I'd just like to make you aware of something. I did a promotion on my third book, which is coming out in October, because today is the last day of September, so sometime in October, but I don't know which date yet. So yeah, Refreshing for My Weary Soul, it's a devotional and it should be out sometime in October. I will give you a date when I become aware of it. They're putting final finishing touches to it. So I was on here on Tuesday, so instead of practical Nyamisem, I came and did a book promo. So today we're reading from The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. So it says, one day God dropped this title, The Modest Woman, into my spirit. I wondered about this for a while. For sure, the naysayers are going to say, now God talks to you. This is an interesting comment that I'm making here, because a lot of times when you say, when you talk to believers, I hear them say, oh, God put it in my spirit, this, and they are talking this high sounding holy stuff. Or what is God speaking to you these days? And I stand there and I wonder, I'm like, what am I missing? All I know is I read my word speaks to me, but there's certain times that we get those particular senses, and yes, it's the Holy Spirit or the Spirit of God speaking to us. So if we are open, he does speak to us. Yes, he does, if we're open to listening. The same way he led me to start writing seriously a few years ago. It is not something you can describe or put into words. We will just have to agree to leave it at that. Yes. So, God speaks to us in various ways, but you don't know. Maybe you are traveling somewhere on the road, and then, you are going to a particular destination, and there's 2 or 3 ways to get there. You're used to taking that one particular route. All of a sudden, you're on your way and you go, no, today I'm going to take that second route, without knowing why you do that. And then maybe later on you hear that there was a traffic jam for hours and hours on that road because something had happened there, right? And you go, oh wow. So things do happen, yes. Adjoa says, I still have more vim and energy to spare because I spent some time looking for you earlier, Power. I thought I got the days wrong. So thank you for coming live after doing so much. Hey, Adjoa, thank you. We have to keep pushing. I'm not tired yet. And I took the day off tomorrow too. So I'm good. That's why, right? You need to spend your energy and better spend it doing positive things than sitting around. I could be sitting around going, oh, woe is me, this and that. But no, we don't live that way. We stopped living that way a long time ago. So after pondering about this, I thought, well, now I know, but is it going to be just one piece or a series? I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to try and be obedient. That is a new one for this Maverick. Yeah, obedience. And see where we go with this. For starters, I will try to define modest. I have a struggle with this. Modest is unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one of one's abilities or achievements, self-effacing, self-deprecating, humble, unpretentious, unostentatious, unshowy, shy, bashful, self-conscious, diffident, reserved, reticent, coy. That's a bunch of words. Ajua says for sure, sis. Amajo say, hi, mommy, beautiful. Oh, hi, Amajo. How are you? I wanted a slice of the cake. Where's mine? So all these words, right? When I started looking at it, I had to laugh because those are exactly the words that they used to describe us in our culture or background when we were raised. You think about it, self-effacing, you're self-deprecating. So when somebody pays you a compliment, oh, this old dress that I'm wearing, you are now coming to talk about it because we don't know how to say, oh, thank you. Like how Amajo says, hi, mommy, beautiful. Now go on, Amajo cry, oh, what is that? No, just say thank you. That's all. Because you know something? It's not many people who are given to opening their mouth to support you or to compliment or to praise you. People haven't learned that fine art. So me, I've said it on this platform that at work, when I get on the elevators, strangers that I don't know, we all work in the same building. I see a bright color on somebody, I'll just say, hey, that's a very nice color. And then we'll start talking. They get up, they say, have a great day. What did I lose? Nothing. I made somebody feel good. Maybe they didn't even care. They just put it on and, oh, I'm tired, whatever. And then you say something to them and it just lifts up their spirit. Yes, but I'm finding and you get to know. We have to learn. We have to change. You see, modest for me. When they say modest, I understand the part of not being unpretentious. Like you don't put on airs. Like when people look at you, what you see is what you get. But you take that only far. You have to have healthy self-confidence, even though you're a modest woman, right? It's not that push yourself into the ground or become a doormat for people to step all over. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody who's you can be reserved but still be open to people in terms of what do you call it? You're approachable and yet you're not running around with everybody or trying to force people to like you or love you. No, it's what you present will either attract or repel people, and it's up to you, and you have to live with the choices, right? So yeah, so these are the words. I laughed when I read those words because yes, when when I was growing up, I was very bashful, shy, but when you move to a different environment and you have to stand up for yourself, push, that kind of modesty goes to the side. And it's not to say I'm running around being rude or talking loudly. No, but you can hold your own respectfully. Yes. So Ajua says obedience comes in different levels. So depending on one's understanding, emotional intelligence, discipline, and care. Thank you. Because, obedience, somebody comes to you, gives you advice. If you have a teachable spirit, you know, yes, your emotional intelligence is at a high level. You'll listen. But if you know, I know, what I know is what I know, then nobody can get through you. You're just stuck there. So I agree with your point. And Amajo says, yes, mom, we're getting there little by little. We are trying. So these words, the definitions that I gave for modest, These seem like bad words to me, and I have that in exclamation mark. In a world where we are encouraged to toot our own horns until our cheeks, sorry, until our cheeks blow up. My cheeks are almost blowing up because I'm laughing. These seem like bad words to me. In a world where we're encouraged to toot our own horns until our cheeks blow up, who wants to be modest? Who wants to be modest when they can be cocky or as proud as a peacock? Oh my, it has been ages since I used a simile. This is from my elementary school days. Is there any place for modesty in our current world? And what value do we place on it? We will explore these questions because I do not claim to have all the answers. So you see what I said before. There's healthy self-esteem, but I noticed that with us, we are taught all those things. And mind you, I'm talking about my generation. I haven't lived in Ghana in a long time, so when I see the changes, and the changes that I'm seeing, I have to be honest and say they are not very positive from the time that I was growing up. So when I'm talking about these things, I'm talking about my times when I was growing up in the 70s, 80s, yeah, teenage years, those times. So I'm like, okay, you are taught to be, oh, don't show off, be quiet. I'll use myself as an example. I forget, I don't remember if it was the last live that we did on Sunday, Yaa'S and I did, and I was talking about, yes, so I was working on my third book. They sent me the revisions, and the whole of Saturday after we did the book launch, I read through the whole thing. And I'm talking about, yeah, I remember because I remember Ajuodo complimenting me saying that it's my third book, and somebody will sit, if you are from my environment, oh, they'll probably say, excuse me, those of you who may not understand who are watching this, oh, or Facebook no oh tune. But somebody from this environment that I live with in Canada was, oh wow, that's great, good for you. Because then they'll talk about what they've done. Oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, and they'll be talking about it. They may not even be the best. They just learned it, and they feel so proud. So they'll talk about it. I used to wonder, right, when the Olympics, these games. Hello, Miss Sage. How are you? A belated birthday to you again. In the Olympics, when you see other countries, Russia, China, whoever, and then they go, China is in the lead, or maybe UK or Australia or whatever. And then they'll mention, that's the news for you, right? They'll mention all those people who are winning this, and they'll say, and so the Canadian placed 22nd. And they are so proud to say it. And I'm like, but without Susisha, 22nd? No, so worry. But no, it's an honorable mention. So we don't like that kind of stuff is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being cocky, but have a healthy self-respect, self-value to acknowledge your accomplishments, because you know what? Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody. So if you're going to hide what you are good at, you are not accomplishing anything. Who are you doing it for? Because you're afraid of people's opinions? So Ajua says, real talk and very, very well analysis, shaking trees, chai. You're welcome, message, It's we have to say the truth, right? So you are taught to be all these things. So because we've not been allowed to verbalize or express our opinions openly, we tend to keep quiet and it's simmering inside us. And that's why we are not confident people, because nobody taught you how to feel good about yourself and about your accomplishments in a very healthy way. It's like, I said it. I've been in places where things that maybe were supposed to come to me, not that I had a divine entitlement to it, no, but anybody looking knew that, oh, maybe this woman was the obvious candidate, then somebody else gets it. Then somebody else gets it. So I'm saying that, okay, what is the meaning of life? What is it? What am I struggling for? And you are there and, you feel you are accomplishing or working hard or something. And then it gets taken away from you. And I said, you know what? I need to do me, take care of me, do what works for me, find my passion and accomplish it. So this is where I say, this, my name is on it. Who's going to come and take it away from me? What is it that you want to do that you can put your stamp on it, that nobody will take it away from you, and that will be your legacy? Is that showing off? No. It's living out your destiny, living out your passion. God brought you on this earth for a reason. He did not only bring you here to get married and have children if you're a woman, or for a man just to come and get married. No. Adjoa says, I go continue to hype you and everyone who produces positive, beneficial in my life with constant education programs, etc. Thank you, Adjoa. That's what we have to do for each other. Look, the other day, I forget. Oh, yes. It could have been that day, like the day of the, what do you call it? The book launch. As soon as I finished, then I'm like, oh yeah, no food. Let me start cooking. Then my laptop is sitting there and I'm looking through. And then I was listening to Adjoa. I got so distracted in the evening. I'm like, oh, hey, hang on a minute. Did I even share her program? I went back and I shared because it's just something we do. It's unspoken. It's like Adjoa comes on, she shares. You know, I see her stuff. Oh yeah, let me share. Even though at first, like I said, I've become so busy of late that I can't watch everything from A to Z, but I share. And she's okay with that. This is how we, you know, build each other up or encourage each other. So yeah, you can be, you know, it's like there's something that we call, I don't know, false humility or krama hobrase. Oh, as for me, I'm quiet. As for me, I'm this. Then something valuable that you have that will benefit your next door neighbor or your sister or whoever, you are hiding it under the guise of, oh, I'm not supposed to show off. I'm supposed to be humble. Is that what the Bible says? I say Bible because most of the people that where we come from, we are Christopher, we are believers. If that were so, would God have told Moses? If you go and look in Exodus 31 somewhere, there are these people, when the temple was being built, they are skilled craftsmen. They are good at making things in bronze, gold, and all that, right? So they got used. The examples that we see in the Bible, I don't see us living it out because Daniel was a man of excellence. And yet we'll do mediocre stuff because we don't want to shine. Because if we shine, people's nose will be put out of place or put out of joint. The truth is only one. You came alone. So figure out your way and figure out your path and be walking it. Modesty, when I say the modest woman, I'm saying modest is all kinds of things. It's in your clothing. When we come to dressing, I'm saying that, well, maybe if I go there, I'll be told that I'm judging. When it comes to dressing, you dress yourself nicely, appropriately, right? There's nothing saying that you have to reveal everything so that people will like you. No. there's nothing, you don't need to do that. I always give the example of, okay, you go out and you see young ladies, teenagers, and just dress, anyhow, and you kind of wonder, okay, what's going on, right? Because women being objectified and what have you. But then I say that I have two young adults in my home. They are beautiful young ladies. They dress nicely, but I don't see them showing everything, cleavage and this and that for anybody to like them. So what is what is it, right? But in talking about this, you'll be told, well, just because I'm wearing this doesn't mean this. That's fine. We have personal choices, but I am talking as a believer and a modest woman. It's like modesty does not mean that you have to hide in a box and live in the dark century. That's not what we're talking about, but we're talking about healthy self-esteem and how you express it. Yes. So, like I'm saying, my main point is that we carry it too far. We carry it too far. It can become a system or a box of oppression that, oh, this is what is expected of you. You are a woman, so you are not supposed to be this. You are not supposed to be that. This is what you are supposed to do. This is what you are not supposed to do. I don't live by any of those things. No, I don't. You have to figure out yourself because at the end of the day, it is your life that you are living. You are not living for others, and you're not here to fulfill the expectations of others. We've allowed pressure to be put on us that we are not fulfilling our own expectations. We're living lives for other people. So the reflections that I have are, do you feel conflicted between your values to be a modest woman as a believer and the values of society? This is how I answered. I give myself permission to be my real self. I have no guile. I do not walk the path of deceit, being something that I am not. I do not expect that from anyone else either. So at the end of the day, you have to pick your path that you want to walk in. Don't let anybody decide for you. Yes, don't let anyone decide for you. You have to live for you. Live your best life. Live your best life. Living for you does not mean that you are selfish. No, you have a lot of responsibilities. You have different roles that you are playing. But throughout all those things, you need to figure out which is you. Are your needs being met? Are you doing what you need to do? Or are you just walking by, walking on, drifting on? Don't leave things too late. Being a wife, a mother, a sister, or whatever does not mean you have to forget you. Again, I want to read this paragraph again because that's the main crux of it for me. There seems like the words that I gave as the meaning of modest seems like bad words to me. In a world where we're encouraged to toot our own horns until our cheeks blow up, who wants to be modest? Who wants to be modest when they can be cocky or as proud as a peacock? So basically, it's a fine line. It's a very fine line. It's okay to have self-confidence. I like Ajua's word, self-care, self-talk. When you've done all that, when you've done all that, then yes, you can effectively say that using the term modest woman seems like a contradiction, but it's not meant to be. You express yourself within what you know, the you that you know. It's not anybody else's definition of you. I've come to a place, I tell myself at this age at which I am, if I'm going to allow somebody to come and be telling me to go here, do this, do that, boss me around, no. You need to be true to yourself and the values that you live and stand for. Don't let other people put the expectations on you and suppress you. No, let me read Ajua's comment. Ajua says, your books are very inspiring and I'm deeply captivated by the beauty of a woman's heart because I feel you are reeling my story. I'm reading it for the third time. Hey, Ajua, God bless you and give you more wisdom to write more books. I'm super excited to get your third book next month. Oh, Ajua, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Ajua says, self-everything is the key to overcome anything holding us back. You need to take the time for you. It starts from valuing yourself. Value yourself enough to sit quietly, even if you don't have time. Look, many women, I've gone through that. When your kids are young, there's pressure. You have to feed them. You have to take them to the daycare. They have to go to school meetings, homework, this, that. Make time for you every day, even if it's 5 minutes, where your children even know that you need time alone. Don't disturb mommy. There's this woman, what was her name? Susan Wesley. I think it's the Wesley brothers, John and Charles Wesley. I understand. How many kids did she have? Don't quote me on it. They were quite a big number. I can't remember whether it's 10, 11, 13. Like I said, don't quote me on it. And then they lived in a small house. And when the children saw that their mom, I forget what it was, she had a sheet or something covering her head, people knew it was not time to disturb her. It could be in the middle of the house with people running around, kids running around, screaming, shouting. She's doing her prayers, doing her quiet time. Look, if you don't discipline yourself enough to establish that discipline so that your family, your children, your husband, your spouse get to know that you need these times alone, you will run ragged and you become so bitter and so angry and resentful. So, like I said, Susan Wesley, Susan or Susanna, in that crowd of kids, she could find time alone. Look, a lot of women run to the bathroom. You can do that. You're in the bathroom. Even there, they come and find you. It's interesting that they'll come and knock when you're in the bathroom. But when they are in the bathroom, you can't go and disturb them. That's your kids for you, right? Anyway, so yeah, I just really just wanted to come and do this tonight and not put it off. So I'm glad that I did. And thank you for taking the time to come listen. We'll be back on Sunday, Russell and I. I was talking about the modest woman tonight. Look, my bad. I didn't even put up the banner. Yeah, so there we have it. Thank you so much. Have a good night. And do not forget, refreshing for your wearies, for my weary soul, it's coming out. Prime yourself. Prime yourself for it. Thank you. Bye. Amajo, Sister Joa, Miss Sage, and anybody else who comes on after, please leave us your comments. Ajua says, we are on miracles with time to process things before applying, commitment, determination, setting realistic goals, acquiring knowledge by learning from others with educational programs and reading. Oh, Ajua, reading. Yeah, I know. I need to get on the reading wagon. That becomes so hard, eh? Yara also said to me, just set your timer 5 minutes and then read. Yes, I've been trying small, but I'll keep trying. Thank you so much, ladies. Love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you on Sunday, okay? And have a great Friday and a great weekend. Oh, tomorrow is my grandson's birthday. He's going to be 2. Malachi, God bless you. Love you. He doesn't watch my programs, but I'm blessing him anyway. Take care. Bye-bye.